Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Check it out. On this video we are going to be removing the cam caps. We're going to be taking off the crankshaft as well as the roller assembly that's underneath the camshaft. We got a 12 pack of eggs here. We're going to try to organize everything here, obviously aside from the cams, and let's try to make this work. So guys, keep watching for the entire video. Alright guys, as you remember, when we took the head off from the block, we had to take it off in a specific sequence. Now that's very important. Now, I was looking online everywhere to see if there's a specific sequence to take off these caps, because obviously you don't want to damage the camshaft. You don't want to have a crack or break on you or cause any scarring on the journal assemblies, pretty much, or whatever you want to call it. So some vehicles do have a specific sequence and you must follow it. Again, I have no owner's manual, I have no manual to repair this engine, but I did see a specific manual that said just take one bolt off one turn at a time. So one turn, one turn, one turn, one turn, one turn. It's a very long process, but that's the only way we can lift that camshaft off a little bit without bending it, without cracking it. So let's just go ahead and do it. It's going to be a time consuming process, but I'll time lapse this and enjoy the video. If you actually listen closely, you can hear noise as it's lifting. You can hear like a suction effect. Alright, well the good thing is they are numbered. So starting from the exhaust side, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the intake side. So intake side is 6 through 10. And they all have arrows pointing to which direction the cap should be facing, so that is good. That is good. So I'm just gonna get that in right now for the video footage and we'll go from there. So I'm just removing all these cam cap bolts right now on that exhaust side. I mean, all the caps came out fairly loose, so I'm glad nothing's really baked on. I don't have to smack everything to get it off, which is a big plus in my book. This is gonna look a lot different once we take these cams off, that's for sure. I'm curious to dig a little bit deeper in this motor and see what's going on, how everything looks. Whoop. We don't want to lose anything. We don't want to misplace any of the bolts. We want everything to go back into the same location. Now, if there is a torque sequence for the cam bolts, I would love for someone to comment down below and tell me what it is. Like I said, there really is no torque sequence. I mean, there's really no removal sequence. So I'm hoping there maybe isn't a sequence to torque them in a specific order. Maybe it's just the opposite, tying them one turn at a time, one by one. This is really more than I was expecting to tackle. It all seems easy online watching other people do it until you have to do it with no experience. Alright, everything is loose now. So we're gonna pack this into our egg carton. Whoa! Here we go. That's our first one. Now I'm not going to be watching anything right now. We're just going to place it into location. Number 2. Number 3. Yeah, I'm just taking a quick peek, make sure nothing crazy. Yeah, so far we don't see nothing crazy, which is good. You can save the crazy for your girlfriend. Just a lot of sludge, look at that. A lot of dirt. It's caked on. Definitely is caked on over here. This one has some wear. Look at this one. I'm sure you won't pick it up, but there is definitely some kind of dark material on there that's being worn in. I'm not sure if it's surface only or if it's actually engraved in the metal. I have to check that out. This one's okay. Alright, so let's lift this off, huh? Ta-da! Exhaust cam is out, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta clean this puppy out that we have it here. We gotta be careful not to scratch any of this off. Alright, how did I take these rollers off? Oh. That answered my question. Just do it. And look at those rollers. Look at that, man. That's nastiness. Anyway, I'll pop that in here. Pop the second one. Alright, earlier I tried to remove this in the previous video and it just wasn't budging, but it definitely needs to be removed for this intake camshaft to be removed here. I just don't want to pry on this too hard because I don't know how it's supposed to come off. Alright, we got this off. Now, what do we do now? Alright, we're finally getting somewhere, guys. I'm just hitting it back and forth. Wow, really? That was like the hardest one. Alright guys, let me bring you in real quick. I did notice slight damage on this camshaft, the intake camshaft. Right over here, you probably won't see it. 2 lines. I can kind of feel my finger running alongside them. I can feel the scratches right here. You got a bunch of discoloration. Not that much that I can feel it with my finger, but it's there. The exhaust cam, I have it right here. You know, we'll evaluate this as well once we clean it up. I do see some slight scarring here, but again, that is to be washed and to be cleaned. Let's take this off. Boom, just like that. Let's put this one here. So we know right from the get-go, the intake side is longer than the exhaust side. Let's keep that as a reminder. Let's finally finish taking off these rollers from the intake side, and then we can probably continue taking off the hydraulic lifters over here. Alright guys, we got the first lifter out. We pulled it out. Let's put it in the same spot where we have the roller. And how I'm taking it off right now, I'm just taking a towel, grabbing the head, and pulling it. And it's impossible in these tight spaces. So let's take the needle nose over the towel so we don't damage the surface and pull it out. So the best way, just taking the needle nose, grabbing it by the base, and wiggle it out. You kind of want to wiggle them while lifting them up. Let me know, what do you guys think about hydraulic lifters? My Honda has the adjustable valves. You always have to adjust them. This seems really nice and convenient to have it self-adjusting based on pressure. Anyway guys, we're gonna finish pulling all of those off, and we're gonna be at a standstill. We're just gonna reorganize these, and we'll be back in the next video. So make sure you subscribe, keep watching, and thank you.
I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true.